this practice is suitable for beginners, and even if you have no experience in yoga practice whatsoever, this will be good for you. I'm going to explain each pose, what we're doing, each asana. If there's sensitivity in different places in the body, I will show adaptation and variation, so there's always an option to do it with no unnecessary pain. So there's different levels of pain. There's good pain and pain you want to avoid. Pain you want to avoid, let's say if it's in our knees, if we feel too much pressure on our lower back, this is stuff that we need to avoid. But other than that, let's say stretching in the feet, if we feel this area of our back of the ankles, so this is actually a good pain. It's something we have to practice more. So I'm gonna start sitting in this pose, Vajrasana. It's the knees together, ankles together. If you have pain in your knees, you have to take a lot of support to the back of the knees. So I'm gonna use here props that everybody have at home. Not too much complicated props, because I want you to have the access to use it. So everybody have pillows, and we're gonna use a chair after a while. Okay, so I'm just starting by sitting like that. I can have my back of the palms on my upper thighs, and then I'm rolling my shoulder back and erecting the spine up. Let the elbows widen to the side in order to expand the chest and the collarbones. Soften the diaphragm, this area of your ribs, and soften the navel. So exhale to breathe to the navel, to deflate the abdomen, and slowly make sure that your cervical neck, the neck is in line with the rest of the spine. Usually what tends to happen is the head coming forward. Take the chin slightly in, but lift the chest up. And then relax the shoulders down, the shoulder blades come in towards the body to support the lifting of the chest. And when you're ready, you close the eyes. Then you're gonna stay here for as much as you feel that you can, with deep, full, long inhalation, soft, full, long exhalation, inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Do not allow the breath to create any tension. If by trying to focus on the breath you feel tension in the body, just come back to your normal breathing. And after that, we're gonna tuck the toes in, so you can come sit from the side. You're gonna sit for a while with the toes tucked under. This is a good practice for our feet. This way, again, you can leave the support like we did. So I'm dorsiflexing, and I'm gonna be here for a while. Again, sit for a while. I'm gonna do it quite more faster. Now I'm gonna flatten my feet again. I can remove this unless you feel that you need more support. And I'm gonna flatten my toes, so my big toes are touching and heels apart. The knees are spread slightly wider than your pelvis. And then I'm gonna come forward halfway and make my arms still active, rolling the shoulder back and tucking the shoulder blades, retracting the shoulder blades in. Navel is long and soft, abdomen is long, and my chest is reaching forward, and then slowly I will spread my fingers and release the head. So you can stay in this pose up to 5 minutes. If it feels good, of course you can do it only 1 minute. It really depends on you, as long as you feel that you can stay in the pose with the normal and soft inhalation and exhalation. Now I'm going to show you this pose from another variation to do. So we look from the side. Again, if I need support, you can have either the knees and the support, or you can take this under. We don't want the buttocks and the sitting bones to come up away from your heels. You want to press them back. So now I'm going to take support. It can be a couch, a chair, or anything. And again, I'm coming halfway forward, inhaling, concave back. And as I exhale, I come back. Okay, make sure that you're rolling, externally rotating the shoulders out. You're resting the head And this is a really good way to relieve stress in the lower back, in your shoulder, in the upper back. This is actually making the brain also relax. So it's a good thing to practice first thing in the morning and also before you're going to sleep. So you're inhaling, the arms can be also active, spread them a few times, resist with the arms on the support, like you want to push it down. And you can relax again. And again, stay here for as long as you can, for as long as you feel that you can breathe. Now I'm gonna do a variation for downward facing dog. So again, this wouldn't be good to hold anything soft, so you can do it on the chair. You know, I'm gonna show it on this one. So I'm gonna come up gently. Now again, better to sit from the profile. So I'm placing my hand on a chair, on the bench, anything like that. See, my toes are, my fingers are facing out, and I'm pressing from my wrist out to the fingers, and then I'm pulling myself back, pushing the chair, again externally rotating the shoulders, breathing. So my beginning, you can bend your knees a little bit to extend the spine away and push yourself back away from the chair, and then start engaging your quads, lifting the kneecaps, pushing the bench back. And we can come halfway forward into a plank, push the chair, resist with the quads, resist with the arms, tailbone down, do not allow the tailbone to lift, chest up, breathe here, exhale, go back again. Inhale again, halfway forward, exhale back. You can do this a few times. Coming halfway forward, exhale back. And then we can again keep our quads lifting, rolling the shoulder back, and then we can step a little bit forward with our toes and bring the pelvis forward, rolling the shoulders back. Again, make sure your legs are super active. Roll and maybe chin up. Exhale, go back. Now you can repeat this for a few times. When the head is lifting up, you're inhaling. When the head goes down, you're exhaling. And after you need a rest, you can interlace your arms, activate your legs, the quads, and just let the head rest on a support. It can be on the arms or on the bench. Keep pulling your kneecaps up. Make sure your heels are slightly out, toes slightly in, so your thighs are internally rotating. Exhale. And stay here again for long, full breath. And then slowly inhale, looking up. Back is straight, hands are reaching up. Now I'm going to use this for a few standing poses. Very simple one. That is good for us to do every day. So first you stand in Tadasana, the mountain pose. Make sure your feet are together, heels together. If you have lower back sensitivity, you should have your legs wide as your pelvis. Again, heel slightly out, toes in, roll the shoulders back, extend the fingertips to roll and extend the trapezius and the shoulders down all the way to the tip of the fingers. The head is reaching upward from the crown of the head. The gaze is soft in the level of the eyes. Again, you make sure you're really active with your legs and your quads. Tailbone down, pubic bone forward, chest up. Alright. So we're gonna be here. Again, you can face the bench. I'm gonna inhale. Arms up. Thighs strong, legs strong. Exhale, take the hands down. Now I'm gonna keep my right leg forward. I'm gonna take a step back with my left leg, and I'm gonna turn the pelvis towards the bench. Make sure your toes are spreading, both legs are straight. Keep activated your back leg and press it back from your outer edge of your left foot and your outer heel. Turn the pelvis to face the right leg. Spread the toe. Keep the weight on the inner mount of the toe and the inner heel. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale. Again, lift up as you inhale. And as you exhale, come halfway forward into a concave back. So if you need more support, if the leg cannot be straight in this position, you need to come and take your arms on something higher like this. Exhale, come forward. And you want to be able to let the chest lift, being concave back. Breathe here. Then as you exhale, you can go halfway down, push this back. Left pelvis turn to the right leg, right pelvis back. Inhale, lift up halfway, and press the legs to come all the way up. Take a step forward, and again you're in Tadasana. Right leg back, left leg forward, turn the pelvis. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, come forward. Extend the chest, extend the chin up, look up. Make your quads strong, legs firm. And as you exhale, come forward and down. And keep really activating my legs and my arms so my spine can extend in both directions. Good. Stay here in this pose for about 30 seconds or up until a minute while you breathe fully, deeply. Inhale, press the legs to come up. Right. Now this pose, we're gonna face forward. Our legs will be like a meter distance. Right leg slightly in, left leg turning all the way out. I'm showing this, of course, we usually start on the right leg, but this is first my leg because I want to show you the front side. We're inhaling, arms are extending. Make sure you pull the chest to both sides, like you're extending the chest from the center all the way to the sides, to the palms. Now my leg, left leg now is externally rotating. Pull the kneecap up, engage the quad. My right leg is internally rotating, but right pelvis wanna turn back like this. So I'm inhaling, and as I exhale, I come forward and down. Then you can turn the abdomen and the chest. Keep the arms rolling, so the shoulders rolling away from the chest. Then you can straighten the hand. If you can, you look up. If you feel tension in the neck, you can still look down. Keep turning the abdomen and the chest. So in the shoulders, chest lifted, chin up, chest up, press the back leg, inhale, come up. I'm going to show you quickly the back side. Basically, you can just turn from side to side, or you can move the chair. Inhale, exhale. Press the leg to come up. Press the leg in. Now I'm gonna face forward again. Both of my legs are facing. We're gonna come back to the first pose almost like we did. Only this time, we're gonna inhale, both hands up. We're gonna extend with the left leg if we're doing the right leg. So I'm exhaling, coming halfway forward and down. This hand can go on the waist to make our right pelvis go back. Shift the right pelvis back, left pelvis forward. Turn the abdomen and the chest. As you inhale, extend the spine, and as you exhale, turn. And I can stretch my right arm, look back, or you can just keep looking forward, but breathe. The legs are firm, and the abdomen and the chest. Turn, the spine, turn as you exhale. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to turn. Again, press on your back leg. Inhale to come up. Come forward. Come back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come halfway forward. Press the back leg. Inhale. Tadasana. Come lying down now on the back. Gonna need either a belt or something that we can grab our leg. You're lying down. So when you're lying down, first start in Supta Tadasana, so as if you would still stand up on the floor with the feet. Now you're lying down, but try to recreate the shape that you were. The legs are still active. Don't let them drop to the side. Keep them active. Now press your left leg down. As you exhale, bend your right leg and hug it. And stay here for as long as you need. Open the shoulders to the side, spread the chest, breathe. Stay here for at least 30 seconds or more. And then we're gonna switch. Keep the right leg active, pressing down, leg in Tadasana. The toes are facing up. Do not drop them to the side. Inhale. If you need again support to the back of the knee, in case you have knee sensitivity, do so. Anyway, it feels good sometimes to just give more space to the ligament, even if your knee is fine. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back and down, breathe softly around the belly, expand the chest. And then again, we're gonna come back to the right leg. We're gonna grab the belt. You can hold it either double or wide. It doesn't matter as long as you keep your arms and your shoulder relaxed down to the ground. So if I'm holding this way and I'm straightening my leg, just make sure that you can still open the chest. Do not do this. Yeah. So whatever you do with the arms can be a longer belt that helps you to take the elbows and the shoulders down. And now let's address this leg. You want to have it straight. So if it means I need to take my leg even 60 degrees down, do so. Pull the kneecap up and engage your quad. Extend the heel. You can put the belt on the heel and push the heel to the belt. Spread the toes. If your lower back is having any pain in this pose, you should bend this leg down. Okay, spread. And then you stay in this pose again for almost a minute if you can, every leg. If you can't, do it for 30 seconds or 40 seconds. Gradually you'll do it longer. After you finish, you bend the leg and then change legs. So again, either bend on the floor or straight. Keep this one active. Straight the leg up. What I like to do here to emphasize is sometimes I hold with the opposite hand and I just give a resistance with as low as possible the hip junction where your hip is meeting the pelvis, and push it back. Keep this really firm and active. Now one time I can put the belt on the mount of the toes and push the mount of the toes up and release the toes down. Make sure your toes are soft. Breathe softly here. Inhale, exhale, stay in this pose again as much as you can. I'm doing it a little bit more fast just in order for this video not to be too long. So I'm coming back second time to my right leg. So you should do twice 90 degrees or less, leg up. And then after you did twice, you're gonna hold the belt with your right hand. Keep your left leg pressing the side of the pelvis, pressing down into the ground, and then you're gonna exhale, open the leg to the side. It can be slightly lower as long as you're keeping the back, the outer thigh pressing. You can have support. Let's say if you have something here, you can have support like this with your leg. Otherwise, keep it active. If you're menstruating, you should have support either on for your leg or under the pelvis. This is a good pose to do for women when they are in the period. And then you press, lift up. I'm going to show you the other side, which I don't have support. You can also switch between the legs like that. Exhale. So I don't want this to happen. And I don't want this to happen as well. You see what's happening in my pelvis here? I'm trying to push or to extend my left sitting bone, if I'm doing the left leg, towards my right foot.
So once you keep both pelvis equal, left sitting bone down, down, down. Keep the pressing of the legs one towards each other. Turn the abdomen and the chest to the right. And stay in this pose. After your exhale, come up and bend the legs. You can bend both legs for a moment. Put them into the belt. Hug the knees. And then we can lift the legs up hip distance or together. That's, again, depends if your lower back is sensitive. You can keep hip distance. Press the belt. Relax the shoulders down. Lift the chest. Breathe here. Then after, again, 30 seconds to a minute, release. Hug the knees. Okay, now I'm gonna turn to my right side. Last thing we're gonna do is I'm going back to either the couch or the chair. And I'm rolling from my side, like this, like into child pose. When I'm lifting my leg, the most important thing is that you have support for the back of the knees. And you see my knees are not exactly over my pelvis. There's like a little shape here that is helpful to release the pelvis like this. So maybe look from the side, this side. Yeah, you see? So now I have complete support for my knees and my lower back. This is a really good way to rest if you have lower back sensitivity in knees. Also, just a good way to relax as you're lying down, and if you want to practice breathing and Shavasana, you're going to stay like this for Shavasana, but before we're going to end the class in Shavasana, I want you to here to press your legs as again hip distance. Do not allow the knees to open to the side, and I'm going to roll my palms up, push the palms up to roll the shoulders down to the ground. Keep this action of rolling the shoulders down and then turn the pelvis down to the floor and lift vertebra by vertebra to come up. Keep pressing your heels up. Do not allow the knees to open. Tailbone up, rolling the shoulders down. You can interlace your arms and your fingers for a moment to lift. Breathe here. Keep engaging your quads. Lift the pubis bone up, lift the chest. Breathe, inhale and exhale softly. Change the crossing of your fingers. Then to release, first release the hand, lift the pelvis a few times up, and then vertebra by vertebra slowly roll down. So each vertebra is coming down slowly. Upper back, middle back, eventually the lower back. And stay here for another breath this way. Exhale. Now keep again the left leg on the support and take your right leg out this way. Keep dorsiflex the heel. You can push it back a little bit. Exhale, stay for as long as it necessary. I'm gonna do it a little bit faster. So after you did both sides for at least 30 seconds, on the second time you can push into the support or hug the foot towards you. Other side, and grab either here again or the back of the knee. You can have a little bit support on your knee or on this knee. Breathe softly once you're done. Last time, hug the knees to the chest. Keep pressing your sitting bone down to the ground. Extend the spine, and then again adjust yourself so your knees are in support. I can move stuff if it's in my way. Just push it back and make sure that you're extending iron in the flesh of the buttocks away from the lumbar spine. Now I'm gonna support the chin in towards my chest, so my cervical neck is long, shoulders coming down, and I'm releasing placing the palms either on the sides of the pelvis or on my abdomen as the elbows rest. And I stay here for a deep, soft breath. And stay here for at least 5 minutes. It's better even 10 or more. You just stay still, breathing naturally, just observing the breath as it is, observing the body, surrendering to gravity. After at least 10 minutes, you're gonna slowly, if the hands will be here, you're gonna come back to the body. You're gonna hug the legs, rolling gently to the side. And gently coming up, vertebra by vertebra. Finish the practice. Come halfway forward or releasing the head down. Or just rest again.